We're back here again. What's your name, bro?
Yo, it's me, Ehsanszz. I was about to say back with another video, just like it's my YouTube channel, but
Nah, bro, this is his first ever podcast.
first ever podcast, and I'm very excited to do it with my boy Rohan. Mashallah, looks like a hardworking guy, so I'm very proud of him. And as soon as you told me, I was like, why not hop on the opportunity? And yeah, I'm glad to be here with my other brother Imran.
Yo, what's up, guys? Assalamu alaikum. My name's Imran. I do YouTube, in case you guys know, in case you guys don't know, but I'm about to do this podcast with your brother Ruh right here. Inshallah, it's gonna turn out amazing, bro. I'm excited. Let's get started.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Alright, bro. So first of all, you're into e-commerce, right?
Yes.
Dropshipping?
Dropshipping, yes, sir.
Okay. So just tell me a little bit about how you got started off, like dropshipping and.
Alright, so this is my first time actually saying the full story in public, and I'm very excited to let you guys know. Basically how it started was I was doing YouTube, and then I started earning a little bit of money from YouTube, and then I hopped on TikTok to promote my YouTube channel. But then TikTok took a full turn on me, and I was just interested in TikTok, because I uploaded the video on YouTube, it gets 100, 200 views, but on TikTok it just blows up in millions. So I really got into TikTok because of the views. Everyone likes views. Everyone likes, of course, the algorithm. So I just stick to TikTok for a long time. And then I started getting promotions from a few brands that I actually reached out to. So my first ever promotion I got was from a store called Bloza, and I had like 25K followers. I did that promotion completely for free. They sent me a package and I did the video, and the guy really liked it. It was my first ever promotion, and I did whatever I could to make sure the guy and the company is happy. So it turned out amazing. The next promotion I got was for a brand that, it was for a facial brand. And when I got the opportunity, I was like, yeah, sure, I will do it. And he told me it's going to be commission. It's like, for sure. I had no problems. I just want to make money, you know what I mean? So when he told me that, he sent me the product and stuff like that. I posted 3 videos, and all of those videos blew up in the UAE. And right after that, I was known as the Mr. Jolan guy for some reason. So after that, I blew up and got really famous to the point that the brand actually paid me over like 1 to 2K. And I got curious. I was like, wait, if the brand is paying me 1 to 2K, how much did he make,
Yeah.
How much did he generate? Just like Andrew Tate said, like if I saw someone with a Lamborghini, I thought to myself, how does he have it and I don't have it,
Yeah.
So I had the same mindset. I was like, wait, if he's actually paying me this much, how much did he actually make? So he revealed it to me. He said, if I paid you 800, I actually made 8K. If I paid you 1,000, I made 10K. So it just goes like per 1,000, I give you like 10% of the whole commission. So 100 dirham. And I was like, this is so sick. I want to learn. So I got into a mentorship, and I went for like 2 weeks. Then I stopped it because it wasn't proper mentorship. And right after that, I started my own journey through YouTube and 6 months of full research and all of that stuff. Then I started building websites because I knew how to work on Shopify. So I started building websites, and then there was one time when I had like a brand that reached out to me for a website, which was like a brand that was close by to my house, So that's one way I was getting clients, And then I built a brand for those people. They paid me 1K, spent 300 on stupid shit because, of course, when you're young, you spend your money. And then I had the other 700, and I was like, I had the Shopify store that was called Will Wish Shop for 3 months, and I didn't do anything to it. I was just paying the fees for Shopify, which was 110 dirhams, and I wasn't doing anything. And then that was the time when it clicked in my head. I was like, I've already like taken 6 months into dropshipping, and I know how to build a business. I know the A and B. So why am I not getting started? So I had 700. I reached out to a few suppliers for Sunset Lamp because I saw Sunset Lamp was blowing up. So I reached out to a few brands, Shopify, and AliExpress, to a few of the suppliers. And one of them told me it's gonna be 700 for 30 pieces. And I was like, you know what? I have the 700. I'm just gonna straight up spend it on the Sunset Lamp. So I get the 30 pieces in like 8 to 10 days. And now I'm curious, how am I gonna advertise this product? I know I'm famous, but it's gonna be really hard for me and my viewers to actually buy it from me, because unless you don't have a proper branding about yourself, it's gonna be really hard selling it.
Yeah.
I did 1 or 2 videos. It didn't really do that good. But then I found out an influencer, Emirati influencer, and I knew like if he actually promotes this sunset lamp, it's gonna blow up. I just had that feeling. It was Thursday night. The guy received the product. On the same night of the Friday, he posts a video on Snapchat with the link to my store with his discount code. And the same night, I get 50 sales. So I run out of stock and I got 20 extra orders. And the next day, I wake up to another 30 sales. And it just the whole day keeps like ching, ching, ching. That was the happiest day of my entire life, you know? Yeah. So I was like, this is crazy. You know, why did I get started earlier and this and that? But I got the money back, invested it, got the money back, invested it back, and alhamdulillah, that's what I've been doing for the past like 2 years, you know, investing into the businesses, building brands, and alhamdulillah, got a huge company for influencers and all of that stuff for my companies, and yeah, it worked out perfectly, alhamdulillah, you know, so it started with YouTube, but alhamdulillah, God had a better plan for me, and I stuck to it. I had sabr and patience, and I did what I could, which is literally work hard and actually do what I'm supposed to do, you know, stay consistent and stay on that grind. And eventually it paid off. And now I have my own mentorship and I have my own course. And the reason why I have that is because I feel like there was no one else actually giving this opportunity to teenagers here in the UAE except me, because other people who does it is not public, they keep it private. And I actually loved the fact that I could have students and I could teach them and I could, you know, somehow make their dreams come true, you know, which as a teenager, one of my dreams was to actually make money online, you know, which was through YouTube. But, you know, that dream almost died in me because of the YouTube and the way it worked out and all of that stuff. But yeah, later down the road, I started Hustlers Ecom, I started my own mentorship, and alhamdulillah, we have over like 150 students. It's going pretty good, alhamdulillah. We're growing on a pretty fast phase, and yeah, I'm very happy and excited to see what's next, inshallah. And yeah, that's my story.
That's amazing, bro.
Thank you.
So you started 2 years ago when you were 17.
Yep.
You're 19 now.
Yeah.
And so your first product was a sunset lamp.
Sunset lamp. Yeah, I actually have it in my car. I wish I could bring it, but
Bro, I think I have some sunset lamps. Like when I was starting off the podcast, I got two. Like just trying to see like if I can make like some cool background.
yeah.
But yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. So have you done like any more products since that, or was that
100%. So right after that product, the sunset lamp, we had another product which actually did crazy numbers. Crazy, I mean crazy. We had a diffuser, which most of you guys have seen. It was a diffuser and it had RGB colors on top, and it just used smoke outside of the diffuser. So it was one of the sickest diffusers. Diffuser wasn't even like as famous like 1.5 years ago, but now it's very saturated. So now it doesn't really work out with diffusers anymore. There's volcano diffuser, aroma diffuser. They don't really work out. That time, that diffuser was very simple and straight to the point. You literally add fragrance to the diffuser, close the head, and it literally does wonders. Like it makes the whole room smell good and all of that stuff. We actually did pretty good on that. We almost made like around 300k dirhams in sales. And
MashaAllah.
alhamdulillah, all of my stores, I make sure I have over 50% profit margin, which is what my students are doing as well. And we do it in a very smart way, in which I'm going to explain it for the people who actually watch this podcast so they can get the value. We add the product cost, the delivery cost, and the advertisement cost, and we double it. For example, if a product is costing me, let's just say this iPhone, the product, it costs me 50 dirhams to get it, all right? And for each sale, CPA, like how much I have to spend to get one sale, it's 25 dirhams. So 50 plus 25. And then for the delivery and fulfillment, another 25.
Yeah.
So in total, 100. So how much would I sell this iPhone for? I would sell it for 200. Why? Because I know exactly what are my maximum costs, and then I would literally multiply that by 2, and then I would find the perfect product cost for my brand, and that's how I actually keep over 50% of the profit margin. There are other ways to do it, which is upselling the product on another product. For example, selling an iPhone and then selling a top case on top of it. That's one of the sickest way to do it, you know. We were selling diffusers, and we were selling the small smelling bottles with it, you know, the perfumes.
Yeah.
And it did crazy. It was just like because you're not paying for the
Yeah,
spending.
it's like McDonald's. You know, you order a burger. They're like, you want fries with that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an upsell. You
Yeah.
know, an
It's like
upsell.
it's no brainer. Oh yeah, of course I need fries with that.
100%, bro. It was
Yeah.
an upsell and it did pretty amazing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the story, my bro.
Nice, bro. So, what was like the biggest challenge like for you while you were on your drop shipping journey?
To be honest, at the start, the hardest part was finding a proper mentorship because, like, I would be honest, even if I was just starting up, even if I spent 3 to 4 months on dropshipping, I don't know if I would get the way that the dropshipping works in the UAE. Because there's very specific companies that I work with, specific suppliers here in Dubai that I have, and all of those wouldn't have come to me if I didn't put the whole 6 months, which I told you guys about, you know. So the starting is always the hardest, you know, starting. Second thing is, of course, the calculations of the profit and the loss and expenses. Because what I did was something that almost every dropshipper does is they mix their income with their daily expenses. So you almost, you know, you don't keep a track of things properly. You're losing money at that point, you know. You can't keep up, you know, two things in one thing. Like you can't have a personal expense with your business expense. So that's why I have like currently separate card for my personal expenses, and I give myself a budget to spend in a monthly base. If I need extra, of course, I take extra. But I try my best to not spend more than the budget that I have. And then I have my business expenses, which of course I keep separate. And business could be literally like half a mil, 100K, whatever it is. I don't mind it. Business expense can take anything from me, and I would gladly spend it because whenever I get any money coming to my bank from dropshipping, e-commerce, or anything else, what I do is I actually divide it into 4 pieces. So the first thing would be, of course, the saving. The second thing would be the investment into, for example, I want to save for real estate. You know, I save up slowly. That's what they say. Slowly, it will add up to a lot of things, you know. So you gotta start somewhere, you know. Then the investment, the saving, and then I would have the expenses, and then I would have the business. So I keep everything as a track, and that's one of the best ways to do it because if you don't have a track of the amount you're spending and all of that stuff, you're gonna lose your way. You're not gonna make actual profit. So that's one of the biggest key lessons that I've learned through my journey.
Yeah, bro, that's great. And so Imran here, if that's right. So you have a YouTube channel, right? And you
Yeah,
found some
yeah.
success on YouTube.
Alhamdulillah.
Do you
Yeah.
want to tell them a little bit about your story, how you got started with YouTube?
Yeah, of course. So first, I actually started YouTube a long time ago, like probably like 2013, 14. It was a very long time ago, but at that time I wasn't really that serious. I was posting like gaming videos like Minecraft and all that. And after that, I did that for a long time actually. And then it was during Corona when I actually got serious. So my big brother, who's a bigger YouTuber than me, Dawood Savage, he has like 1 million subscribers, mashallah. It was during Corona, during lockdown, and at home. I used to like just watch YouTube videos, waste my time and stuff like that, while he used to be on the grind. He used to make videos every single day, and he was really popping off at that time. So I thought to myself, like, why am I wasting my time while this guy is grinding? I should do something beneficial for myself just like him. So I got started. I told my brother I'm going to start my YouTube channel. I had a channel with 800 subscribers, and I decided to just take that forward. But then, thanks to my brother, he gave me his second channel, which he was still using, but he was like, it's better if you take it because it's going to be a good start for you. The channel was already monetized. It had like 17,000 subscribers, and he gave me a shout out on that channel as well. And after that, I kind of got started. I started making like challenge videos, vlogs, and all that. And then I started making skits, comedy skits, which really took my channel to the next level. It took about 2 to 3 months until my channel was like really popping off. I used to get like around 100 to 150,000 views per video on YouTube, and I used to post like 2 to 3 days. Every 2 to 3 days, I used to post one video. And alhamdulillah, ever since then, and then after that, I slowly started making comedy videos, and with that, I started making vlogs as well. I made a second channel where I started doing vlogs, and yeah, now I'm just doing vlogs. And I used to do comedy videos as well, but now I kind of gave up on that. I might bring it back during Ramadan, but as of right now, I'm doing vlogs and challenge videos.
That's great, bro.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So I have a question for both of you guys. Was there like a key difference in your personality or like in your mindset before you found success and like after? Like, did you have to change anything about yourself?
You wanna go first?
You can go first.
To be honest, as a kid, I was like a grinder, you know. I had that a mindset to actually achieve success, you know. As a kid, I was like, you know, literally, you know, refusing to play football and work on my YouTube channel, refuse a lot of things, just work on what I think would work for me, you know. But on a long-term run, here's one thing that I've learned. You have to give up the small pleasures to actually achieve the bigger ones. What I mean by that is before 25, before 30, you have to literally put everything that you have into not going to the parties, not going to, you know, sort of traveling and this and that. Because if you're looking for short-term pleasures, you can literally achieve it on your daily basis, but you're gonna suffer on the long term, you know? And this is literally a live view of most of the people who are into the 9 to 5 jobs and all of these things, you know? Think about it. If you actually put 5 years into a solid business and you made it, you know, into any business and you made it solid, it's gonna give you wonders. It's gonna give you the return back that you could, you know, dream of. Every single successful person, what they did was they actually gave up on the short-term pleasures. They actually, you know, thought about it long term, and that's how they actually achieved success. For me, nothing has changed, to be honest, in my personality or anything. As I said, from day one, I had a mindset of achieving my goals and dreams, and I've been continuing to pursue that, inshallah, and just getting better at it, you know, learning more, you know, doing more research and staying more consistent, inshallah.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, man. A lot of people they confuse pleasure for happiness.
True,
You know,
true,
like it's not the same
true.
thing.
It's not
Like happiness is it's delayed. It comes way later. You gotta do stuff to get happiness. And yeah, bro, you have to give up a lot. Like, you know, I'm not successful yet, but like, bro, I'm giving up everything. Like, bro, I dropped out of school 2 years ago.
Wow.
Like when I was 16, I dropped out. I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I don't want to be in a 9 to 5. That's like my worst fear. Like, bro, fuck it. I'll die trying to get rich. You know, trying to escape
That's
this
a
shit.
mindset.
Yeah, man. And I've just been hustling ever since, man. But yeah, like, bro. But the other day, I was like this fucking what was it? There's this concert or something. Well, wireless. Yeah, everyone's like, yo, you should come, you should come, you should come. I'm like, what are you gonna do there? Like, oh, we're gonna like I don't know, we're gonna listen to Travis Scott and Lil Uzi. I'm like, oh, so you're just gonna stand there and go like, oh, duh.
What's the point?
Bro, what? But it's like people who go to shit like that. It's like you have no emotional control.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
Bro, I can make $1 million. I'm not gonna be jumping up and down like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this guy's on stage and they're like jumping up and down. Like I don't know. Like it's
It's crazy.
yeah, man. What about you?
What was the question again? I kind of forgot.
Do you think there's anything different in your personality and your mindset from when you started your journey and like where you are now?
In my mindset, there's definitely a lot of differences of when I started and where I am right now. Because when I started, even before I started, I wasn't really like, I didn't have a mindset of becoming successful, of achieving things that I really want to. I just used to go to school, come back, go to school, come back. I didn't have a purpose in life. I feel like I was just doing what I'm told to do, and I'm not like doing anything of my own. But after my success, alhamdulillah, I wouldn't call it success, but because I'm still climbing my way up.
Yeah, of course.
But after I started getting a bit better at what I'm doing, now actually my mindset has changed a lot. Like I want to do a lot of bigger things. I want to get into not only just YouTube, I want to get into business as well. YouTube is of course going to be my main focus, but I want to get into other stuff as well. I want to grow out my brand. I want to like, you know, become bigger overall. So it has definitely changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like growth is kind of like fractal. You know what I mean? Like the more doors you open, it's like you open one door and you get into something, and then you start going, and it's like 4 more doors open. Then it like doubles 8 doors. You're like, oh wait, there's so many things to do now.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, man.
And one more thing is that you always gotta use what you have, right? And I mean it with everything that you guys are doing currently. For example, if you want to start your YouTube channel and you just have a mobile phone and you want to do it, just go ahead and do it. Just start, you know?
Yeah.
People overthink so many small things for way too much long time, you know? For example, there's a few people that actually want to start dropshipping, right? Now, they overthink the logo and the name for way too long, you know? While there's other people that literally goes to AI generated sites, generates a name and a logo in like 2 minutes. Bro, that shouldn't take you any time longer, bro. And the other thing is, whatever you have right now, make sure you take the most advantage out of it. And I'll give you a good example out of this. I have my Instagram and I always take advantage of it. So if I need anything, I'll make sure I use it. Every time I post something, alhamdulillah, I sort of get an answer to it. The other day I posted, I was like, I need a podcast in Dubai, hit me up.
Yeah.
SubhanAllah, this guy hits me up, you know?
So what my homie was like, he was like, yo, this guy, he's like an entrepreneur and stuff, you know, like he probably thinks like you, whatever. He said, he wants to like do a podcast. So I go hit him up. I'm like, fuck it, like I'll send him a text.
Exactly.
I don't overthink it. I'm like, okay, I'll just send him a quick text, see what happens. 2 minutes later, like, yeah, I'm down. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's, you know, it was like a connection between me and you, you know?
Yeah.
It's like give and take, you know, in a way. So, as I said, make sure you take advantage of what you have and you know, step back, be thankful for what you have, and use it to the most advantage of yourself that you can. So, post the story, my guy hit me up, and I want to be in a podcast for such a long time because I'm gonna be honest, podcast is almost like a therapy, you know?
Bro, this is why I do it. Like, this doesn't make me any money right now, but like,
Exactly.
like
It's therapy.
I don't know. I love it, bro.
Wallahi, yeah.
I like being able to like you know, you'd be sitting like because you're by yourself, you know. I'll be like by myself all the time, just working, but I have all these thoughts in my head, you know, all these opinions, everything.
100%.
And like on the podcast, I get to like say everything I've been thinking.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, what you're saying about like taking action, people overthinking stuff, it's so
Yeah.
true.
100%.
Like, bro, do you know how this podcast started? It was me and my friend, and we were sitting in the grass area just down my building here.
I thought grass area Dubai.
We don't fuck with that chamaki shit, bro. But we were just chilling down there one night, and we are having like this insanely deep conversation, right? And I don't know, like something like just in me, it just made me want to start recording it, right? So I didn't tell my friend. I didn't tell him, but like I went on voice notes and I started recording it, right? And we were just there talking for like an hour, 2 hours, and then funnily enough, at the end of the conversation, my friend tells me his name's Chad, but he says, "Bro, that conversation was so interesting. I wish we recorded it." And I'm like, "Bro, I got you." And I showed him the phone. He's like, "What? You've been recording this whole time?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." And
Crazy.
we were just sitting there talking about like how people do like you know these TikToks of like quotes, like someone talking in the background, and it's like just some nice video of like a tree or something like that.
Yeah.
We're like, bro, they get so many views. Why don't we like clip this up and like do something like that?
Yeah.
And it's like, the moment I had that idea, like I did it the same night. I didn't wait. Like I made the account in like next 30 minutes. We're like, fuck it. What's the name? What's the account? It started off. It was called the Exiled Crew.
Yeah, too hard.
Yeah. And then now it's like the Coconut Talks podcast. But
I actually like the name, bro. Coconut Talks. It's a very unique name.
yeah.
It's not I haven't seen any other podcast with like a unique name like this one. Cuz
Fruit name.
yeah, with a fruit name as well. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's actually
And
very
there's like a little twist to it, you know?
yeah, like we have coconuts right here. Well,
Because I grew up drinking coconuts. It's like my favorite thing.
Mhm.
Up. It's like I love drinking coconuts. I love talking about my opinions and stuff. So I'm like, it's like the burger and fries for me, bro.
Yeah, so I was in the car and even Dawood likes podcasts. So he goes, he's like, bro, I'm gonna make a podcast on YouTube, Banana Talks. Like that.
wait, who was it?
Banana, what was it? Banana Talks or something.
Banana Talk. Oh my god.
Bro, the mics are just dildos.
Yeah. Plus 18 podcast.
I wouldn't post on the YouTube.
Huh?
Never mind.
You can post it on Rumble though and Kick.
And Red
Yeah.
Hot.
Let's not get our boy demonetized.
It's fine, bro. I'm not making anything from this right now. I don't give a fuck, bro.
You need 4,000 hours of voice time, which is a bit hard.
Yeah, and I've been working to that, just
Yeah.
chipping away.
In 1 year.
In 1 year.
Yeah, in 1 year.
I had
So
to work my ass off for that.
yeah.
And then I left it. It's just crazy.
How many subs did you have right now?
Bro, we got like literally only 30.
30.
We got 30.
Oh.
Oh,
We're gonna get to like at least 100 by tomorrow, inshallah.
Bet.
Yeah.
30, like 30 members of the family, or?
No, like just 30 random people.
That's good.
No. I'm
When I
gonna.
first started my YouTube channel, I had like I was crazy. You might like not see this on the YouTube start, but on the first day I got 200 subscribers.
Really?
Yeah. Me and
Wow,
my friend made like over 90 accounts, Gmails.
bro, I remember.
And we subscribed to the YouTube.
You actually do that?
Yeah, we actually did that. And then you know what he tells me is like, bro, I got a message from the police. They're telling me to stop it. I was like, bro, stop lying. You gotta work hard. And he made like another 30.
Oh.
You know, I was like, I was like, bro, why are you lying? You know, I already know it. But it was a long time ago. Yeah.
Bro, I remember the first time I made my I think it was 800 subscribers at that time. It took me like a year to make that because I started a brand new channel. It was when I was doing GTA 5. So I really liked GTA 5. I used to play it all day, like every day. It was on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 3, not even PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3. So at that time, there was this thing, I think you guys are familiar with it, GTA modding. Are you guys familiar with that?
I used to play GTA, but I don't know what that is.
Basically, you have like a mod menu and you can do all sorts of things. You can,
Oh, is that like
Yeah.
cheat codes and stuff?
yeah, no,
Oh,
cheat
change
code.
characters and stuff.
No. It's a bit more different because in GTA 5, modding was a big thing at that time. So I really want to do it. Like basically, you get a jailbroken PlayStation,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a mod menu as well, and you can mess around with people. You can like teleport people from here to there. You can pull people's ID address.
Okay, so basically the reason why I quit playing GTA 5.
No. I actually gained a lot of success from that. I used to get like per video maybe like 50 subscribers. I didn't post a lot, but then every time I posted, people would like it because you know how in GTA 5, if you want to get money in-game money, you have to actually pay like $30 for 1 million. And with my mod menu, I could give that 1 million to someone in like 5 minutes for free. So people would actually like really search for these channels on YouTube for people when they're doing like cash giveaways and stuff. So I used to post those videos. I used to get like around 500 to 1,000 views per video. And people really liked that. So that's how I got my first bit of subscribers on YouTube. And then I kind of quit it and then I got a PlayStation 4. So on PlayStation 4, modding is not possible. So I had to, give that up. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got into
But
modding.
it's crazy, yeah, there was times when GTA was like actually popping off a lot.
It
you know,
was.
like gaming overall, like Fortnite, PUBG, all of these games I say popping off a lot. But the craziest part is I have a question for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Were you guys actually playing games while you were working hard? Like when you start the grind, did you actually like quit gaming, or you're still like a PUBG player?
Bro, so when I was like 12, 13, I was like addicted to video games. Like, bro, I got fat. I was like overweight. I was just eating Cheetos. I had because my best friend was like he was like a gamer, right?
Yeah.
So it really influences you, like, who you hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I gained a bunch of weight. Like I stopped like exercising, doing things like that. And then I started skateboarding actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I got really good at skateboarding. Like I was doing I was getting big in the scene, and then I started my skate brand.
That's crazy.
And
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I got out of video games, and I started realizing like there's so much more to life.
Mm-hmm.
And there were phases when I like go back, like like once a year, okay, for a little bit, like
Yeah.
you play a little bit with the homies, but like I don't know, like I got completely bored of it. Currently, I have a PS4 like in my room. I haven't touched it in like a year and a half. Like
That's crazy.
like there's dust on it, everything. Cause like I don't know, like I'm already living in the greatest video game ever made.
True. Matrix.
I don't need to.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
But honestly, what was the question? It was,
I think.
did you guys
Do
play
you guys
games,
think
right?
people are still watching?
People are still, I hope, yeah. Honestly,
I know I'd still be watching.
I'd still be watching as well.
You know, it
So-
only matters because the reason why I started this podcast is like, I don't care if a bunch of random people watch it. I just want to get connected with those few people who like think like I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. If I had this opportunity, even if I had like 1 million subscribers on Instagram, I wouldn't have turned it down. Even if there's any podcast that invites me on a daily basis, I would be going. Because podcast is not something that you're bothered with. It's something that, you take something out of your chest,
Yeah.
It's something so relieving, like literally, like the moment you start filming it and talk about your journey or like any questions, anything like that, it's like an interaction you have with another human,
Yeah.
So I do have friends, by the way, if you guys are like wondering about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I do have friends that I don't mean it in a way that I don't have friends and I don't have anyone to talk to. But in a way, filming it and posting it to the people and letting them know about, your true story, because in podcast, it's very, very, very hard to lie about because it's very long. So you gotta get caught up in somewhere where you actually lied,
Yeah.
and then the other party says something else. So you almost speak out of your heart, like pure heart.
Yeah.
And that's the best part about the podcast, man. And I'm pretty sure if you actually reach out to big guys, easily they would be interested.
Yeah. The one thing that was like holding me back from reaching out to like bigger people was like my set was just so trash. Like I'm like I cannot bring people into my room like in here. And then you guys hit me up. I'm like, wait, the set is trash. I'm not doing anything about it. Let me fucking do something about it. Now I'm like, hold on, why the fuck am I not doing anything? So I'm like, okay, fuck it. Last night I ordered everything. I was like, Amazon Prime, like before 6 p.m. Before 6 p.m. Got everything. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just create the whole new set, everything. And I'm like, I need to do it anyways. So
you
like,
have to start
might as well do
somewhere.
it. Yeah.
That's the main part.
Yeah, honestly, I can see the grind that you have right now, and if you just keep up with this grind and keep going like this, one day, I don't know when it is, maybe it's soon, maybe it's a bit later, but one day it's definitely gonna pay off.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I know it is. Like, there's no doubt in my mind about it. And the thing I love about that is like I know I'm gonna be successful one day, so it's like I get to be excited about it.
Relief.
Yeah.
Relief.
Like there's no doubt, so I get to be excited about it. I get to look forward to my
And there's
future.
no downside to it.
Yeah.
Think about the downsides and the good side to something that you're doing, For example, starting up a business and all of this stuff, it's a bit different. But having a podcast where you're actually like, just literally you see success, nothing else, You're literally gonna get more connections, more people, more interaction. The work is gonna be work. You have to do it no matter what it is. Work is work. Posting the content,
Yeah.
making it short, making the YouTube video and all of that stuff. That's something that you have to go through, no matter what it is. But the fact that you're doing it and you're actually loving the process is what matters the most, That's what you should be in love with,
Yeah.
I forgot to answer one part of your question, which you asked like 5 minutes ago. You said when you guys were grinding, were you guys still playing games, right? Well, I used to be a really big gamer, like a really, really big gamer. I used to wake up at like 11 a.m. back when I didn't have school. And I used to just play until it was like 2 to 3 a.m. non-stop.
Yeah,
15,
I used to be the same way.
exactly, 15 hours straight gaming. And my dad didn't like that at all. He really hated me playing games because he was like, you're not making anything useful of your life. You're just wasting your time every single day. And he was 100% right about that. Now that I think back about it, he was 100% correct.
But to be honest,
So-
as a team,
Yeah.
playing games is fine,
As a teen, yeah. But when you slowly...
Actually, I disagree with that because, it was fine for me because I got lucky. Like, I found a way out, right? A lot of people get really sucked into it. Like, my cousin, for example,
Still plays games.
he's young. He's like 11, 12. But his dad bought him an Xbox when he was like 9,
Wow.
right? And he was like, I want to play FIFA with my son because I like football and everything, right?
He done.
Yeah, but then he didn't control it or like anything. And now it's like, 30 minutes today. It's like, then it's like, oh, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's like, no, I want to play more. I want to play more. Then cry and then all this. And when, like when both the parents are at work, like they got stuff to do. Like they can't take care of the child. So they're like, fine. They just give in. And then this is how it, it's like addicted and everything. And
honestly, yeah, it's if you're able to control how long you play, if you have a discipline on your routine, then you can like play on a daily basis, like maybe you can play like 30 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day, that's completely fine. But if you are really addicted to it to the point where you can't survive, you can't go on your day without playing it, then that's a huge problem. So when I used to play a lot, as I told you guys, and then one day my dad, he really got pissed. He was like, okay, you're gonna play 1 hour a day. And of course, obviously, I couldn't do that. I used to just play a lot, like. And then my dad once came back from work. He got really angry. He's like, okay, sell your PS4. I was so devastated at that time. I was so devastated. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do it. My dad told me, and then I sold my PS4. I kind of, for the first few days, it was really, really hard for me because, you know, when you're doing something for...
It's like any addiction. You got the withdrawal symptoms.
Exactly. And then my dad, after I got done with that, I sold my PS4. I slowly started losing interest in games after I sold my PS4. Shockingly, I don't know how. I lost all my interest for games. And once I started my YouTube, I completely quit games.
Yeah.
On my phone right now, if you open it, you won't find a single game. None of them are games.
Hey, you got games on your phone?
Yeah, I have nothing. I have nothing.
I
Yeah.
have chess on my phone. That's all I have. I have chess on my phone.
I think I have chess as well. That's the only thing I have.
I gotta get your account later.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not that good at it, but still, you know. And yeah, I kind of lost all interest. Even now, whenever my friends tell me to play games or something, I just tell them I'm not interested.
Yeah. Nah, bro. For me, it was like bigger than that. Like I just wanted to give it all up. So like, all the friends that would ask me to go to parties, I block. Like I blocked everyone. Like I don't talk to anyone. Like, bro, I don't know. Like, there was something just like clicked one day, and it's like, I don't want to be around any of these people anymore. And it's like, for me, it was hard to find people like-minded, right? I have my best friend. We're like, we think like the same. And it's like, it would just be me and him every day, like grinding every day.
Mm-hmm.
But now he left, so it was like me for a long time. And like, yeah, man, it's nice to meet people like you and you, like, you know, like, people that think likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually still head on Fortnite. Like, and there's a main reason behind it. When I actually get into the game, I put a timer of like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And when I play it, I get back so many memories and thoughts into my head. And I do it in a way that I treat myself. So after a long day of work, after I'm done with everything and I don't have to do anything else, and it's like 1 or 2 because I sleep really late. And if I have like a 30-minute break or like a 30-minute thing, like slot time before I sleep, like, you know what, I'm just gonna go hop on the game. Because look, something that was in your childhood, and you know, you just can't like fully give up on it, but like the memories keep coming to your head, you know. Since 2017, it was like Fortnite was famous and, you know, stuff like that. Then the other reason is like because my friend is in Turkey. So that's the only way like we actually have fun and do something, you know. So either we play Valorant or Fortnite or something. But it's just the fact that we bring out the memories, not the fact that we play the game. Because the game is ass right now. Like, it's actually really bad, you know?
Yeah.
And PUBG as well. Do you play PUBG?
I wouldn't know, bro. I wouldn't know.
You don't play?
No, I don't play.
What about Fortnite?
I used to like a long time ago.
It was fun?
It was fun. I never won at all. I was trash at it. So, you know, I was never meant for video games. So this was the life meant for me.
Exactly. You're never like if you actually don't get a win, you're never gonna like it.
Yeah.
For me, it was like 15.
But that turned out to be a good thing.
Honestly,
Depends. Because sometimes the games can actually boost your testosterone and like your mindset. And for me, in Fortnite,
I don't know about that, bro.
I need to finish the sentence. At least 15 victory rounds in one day. At least. That's on the league basis. But that's back in 2018 and 2019 and 2020, 2022.
Fortnite, the prime time of Fortnite was like season 2 all the way till season 5, 6, yeah. And then after that, exactly, bro. I swear, yeah. Bro, subhanAllah, especially when that meteor hit Dusty Depot. Oh my god.
I'd always get bullied, bro. Like, I'd be on the game chat with my homies, like from school, and they'd all bully me. Like, bro, do you play with your toes? Like, cause I wouldn't get any kills. I was trash, bro.
Yeah. Relate. No, when I start a game too, I'm actually trash. But think about video game as a real life thing, you know, as Andrew Tate said it, because I'm gonna quote him because this is exactly what he said. He's like, think about video games in your real life. If you're in the video game, unless you don't actually build your character and actually, you know, complete the missions,
There's
you're
no
not
point.
you're not gonna get better.
Yeah.
That's life. If you're not actually gonna hit the gym, if you're not actually gonna, you know, slowly, getting the small things done, you're not gonna be big in the long term run, you know? Just like the game, how much you spend money on yourself, how much you actually work on yourself,
Yeah.
doing the missions, this and that. Think about it in real life too, you know. Even on the game, GTA, you try to look as rich as possible. You try to have the best cars. Why? Because when you have it, you feel proud of yourself in a way. You feel like you're better than others, which of course you shouldn't feel like that, but it does make you feel like that, you know, in a natural human sense.
It
So
fulfills your ego.
fulfills your ego, exactly.
But honestly, if thinking like that makes you want to do better in life, then that's not a big problem. Because if your mindset is like, I want to be the best version of myself, I want to be the best version, I want to keep doing better, 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 and it actually makes you do better, or at least you're trying to get there, then that's, that's a plus
I
point.
think, bro, God has given us an ego for a reason, right? Like, we're meant to use it in the right way. You're not like, oh, okay, I have an ego, I deserve everything, but then you don't do anything, you sit in bed all day, right? But if you have,
manifest,
if you have a big
Exactly.
ego, if you have a big ego, and it's like, okay, I deserve all this stuff, like, these people have all these things that they know better than me, I deserve it too. But then it's like, okay, now I have to go and prove it, right? Otherwise, life's just gonna keep beating me down. Like, well, who the fuck do you think you are, fucking loser? You didn't do anything. You have to prove it, right? And then once you prove it, you fulfilled your ego, and it's justified.
do you do manifestation?
I feel like every day is manifestation. Like, every day just getting up, working. Like, action is manifestation, you know?
I'm gonna make a point. There's so many females that actually just talk about manifestation without crystals, exactly, and all of these things, like they don't actually take action. They just believe in manifestation, you know, which isn't the right thing to do. Because look, if you're not actually gonna take action, you know, especially the fat ones, they actually think they're gonna lose weight all by itself. You know, I'll wake up one day, I'll be thin and stuff like that. I'm not trying to hate on them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like how Andrew Tate once said, the person who goes to the gym, regardless of how he feels, will always beat the person who goes to the gym when he feels like going to the gym.
Exactly, 100%. So if you actually manifest of losing weight, you're not gonna do it. You're still gonna be fat, still gonna be overweight, have diabetes, cancer, all of that. I'm trying to make a point.
No, it's facts.
It's fact.
But the way you just put that made it sound so funny.
I'm my bad.
No, it's
But I'm
fine.
not trying to make fun of them. They're already like funny. But look,
Feel free to make fun of them, bro.
I don't care, boys. On my podcast. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's not Ehsanszz, by the way, for anyone who's trying to hate on me. I misduplicate or something. But anyways,
If
like,
you want to hate, bring it at first son of Ra on Instagram. I love the hate, so like give it to all.
I've actually got busted with the hate. Same thing goes with me. Especially from the fat person. I'm a runaway. Are you gonna catch me?
No, actually, something.
Deadass, like, think about it. Are they gonna catch me? They can't. You know what's crazy? How when you go to Snapchat, a fat girl never has her bitmoji as a fat girl. So you know why? You know why? Because she doesn't want to look fat. She doesn't like being fat. But you know what she does? She manifests instead of losing weight. I'm thinking
Maybe.
I'm thinking that, oh, let me put the Snapchat filter and like actually like make people make
No, they be
There's a
manifesting.
video of a fat woman talking and she's like, I got this fit from Zara, and then the comment section is, how is she running out of breath while standing and talking? You know, it's crazy. But manifestation won't get you anywhere. You know, try to actually work out. You know, if you're not gonna work out, the same thing will happen to you.
I was talking to Ehsan about this yesterday as well. If you realize when people hate on you, who are those people who hate on you?
Yeah.
Lower.
Something you realize is the people that hate on you are never above you. They're always the people that are below you.
Yeah.
In terms of success, in terms of where they are in life and everything.
Yeah, because someone who's above you, they know the
Struggle.
process. They know the struggle. Like, they never hate on someone who's trying to, he's trying to like go somewhere.
There was a room, 20 people. One of them was a millionaire. a guy walks in and he says, I'm gonna be a millionaire in 2 years. Everyone laughed except the millionaire.
Yeah.
So the millionaire knows what this guy will go through, you know? If you're making content and if you're going through hate, the big guys know that it's a process, you know? The big guys know that you know it's something that you will go through throughout your journey. It's the long term that they think about, you know? The long term vision.
Yeah. And what you were talking about earlier with like the exercise and stuff, bro, like, you know, the other day, like I had a realization, right? I have a broken wrist right now. Got an injury for a long time. Like I was going to the gym and everything, and then this injury came back, like this old injury, and then like I just got so demotivated, right? I'm like, I can't go to the gym, I can't do push-ups, anything, right? And I really wanted to start boxing and everything, but I can't because of my wrist. And for the longest time, I was just sitting there like not doing anything. Oh, I can't go, right? And then you know, like losing my gains and everything.
Yeah.
And then I just realized one day, I'm like, what am I doing? Like I still have my legs. I still have like, you know, like I can still run. I can still do like things like that. I'm like, I'm wasting my potential. Why am I waiting for it to get healed when I can still be doing stuff now? You know, I'm like, why should God give me more in the future if I didn't appreciate what I have now?
Exactly.
So yeah, but I had a question. Do you think you put money on a pedestal?
A pedestal?
Do you think you put money on a pedestal?
Huh?
No, what do you mean by a pedestal?
Like, you know, like for like putting money in a pedestal, like for example, kind of like you're worshiping it, or like you see it as something like oh, this is like, you know, like it kind of like controls you, or like, you know, or you get like really really excited about it. You know what I mean?
So I'll tell you guys a story of my dad. Started like from the bottom, you know. Almost every dad who's like old enough, like 50 to 60 years old, they actually started from the bottom. Those times there's no online, there's no like sort of businesses that we have these days, like e-commerce and dropshipping. So, imagine it's 1995 and someone says, let's do dropshipping. You can't do that. You know why? You know why?
What's so funny?
Wait, let's make this up, bro. You take over, bro. Look, I said in 1995, you couldn't do dropshipping. Because. Why are you so serious?
Bro, I don't get away. What's the joke?
Because.
Well, yeah, obviously you couldn't do dropshipping.
Yeah,
like,
because
it's fun.
the websites of www came in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
So you were like 6 years. You know,
Yeah.
like. So you couldn't do dropshipping like those times. So everyone had to do like the hard work.
Yeah.
Like, what it was
You're
labor,
knocking door to door,
the
like
stores, everything. No dropshipping, no e-commerce.
They used
Nothing.
to sell milk.
I don't know about that one. But there was like different businesses at that time, you know? But now it's completely different. Now there's dropshipping, now there's
It's much more easier to open a business, honestly. Yeah,
Exactly.
with
Yeah.
internet and everything.
yeah. So I was gonna tell you guys a story.
there's a much lower barrier to entry.
Yeah, putting money on the pedestal. What my dad told me is that always love the fact that one day your bank account will go to zero, and the next day it's gonna be in 1 million, then the next day it's gonna be. Never stay stable. My dad, that's what he told me, you know, because my dad actually comes from a background where his money would go up and down like crazy, bro. Subhanallah. So one day my dad would like literally have, alhamdulillah, like stacks of money, you know, because he was like working so hard, like Hajj and Umrah, travel agency, these and all of those things. And then my dad once told me like there was days where I had like stacks of dollars, where I was stacking it on the roof of the house, you know, like 5-6 stacks, you know. And then there was days where I wouldn't take the way that I was supposed to take to go to the house, and I had to go through a different route because I would have debts over my name, so they would be like, where's the money? And I wouldn't have the money to pay them. So my dad told me like the journey that a human life has should never be something like, oh, I make money, I keep it in the bank, and I stay there, and I love the money, and I fall in love. Because the next day you could be dead, you know?
Yeah.
And I promise you, there, like in my last like 3 to 4 years of journey, there was days where I had like 50 dirhams in my pocket, and I would still like literally live to the happiest that I could ever be, you know? A person with 1 million wouldn't be as happy as me. And the reason is I would actually take advantage of what I currently have. I would think about the rock bottom that I'm hitting currently, and how it could actually turn into, a spiral, like a moving back upward.
Yeah.
Last Ramadan, I was actually depressed at the end of Ramadan, subhanAllah. I was like, what am I doing with my life? My dropshipping is not doing good. I have to do this, do that. Had like 4 stores. All of them were like really going, down phase,
Mhm.
And Ramadan is actually really hard doing dropshipping and e-commerce. So I was trying to keep the focus and stuff like that. Then I also thought about it. I was like, subhanAllah, whenever a person goes through a depression or a sad phase, there's always, always, always a happy phase, Whenever there's like a road that goes down, it always goes up, So you're never gonna like, no, it actually makes sense. So
It does, it does.
So your emotions are never stable, If you
Yeah.
actually become sad,
There's always like it always has to balance out, has to come to an equilibrium. Like what goes up will come down, what goes down
Exactly.
eventually will come back up.
exactly. That's what my
Yeah.
point is. Yeah. So my dad told me, live the journey as fun as you can.
Yeah.
And never actually fall in love with money because
Yeah.
you could be dead tomorrow. So have a saving, of course. Saving is really, really important. Not in a way that you just literally every single dirham that comes to you, saving,
Yeah.
You actually spend it on whatever you can, but you also like sort of divide everything,
Yeah.
So my dad's never like what you said, like a pedestal, money pedestal, or like money lover or anything like
Yeah.
that, because money is not your friend. Money will never be your
It's just a tool.
exactly. Money can leave you any day. Money can come
Yeah.
to you any day. It's just the fact that you shouldn't be a person that's falling in love so much with the money that if he loses it one day, he's gonna get like a mental problem
Yeah.
or a problem that's so severe that the problems keep adding up, subhanAllah. Because thinking about it, in life, you will always, no matter how much money you have, you will have a time where even your savings could be in danger of you actually spending your savings money. And if you're in that situation, you're actually scared of your life that, oh, not my saving, I'm not gonna touch my savings and this and that. In that moment, if you actually don't have control of yourself and you're not thinking about the fact that if the money came, the same way it can go back, and if the same way it went back, the same way it can came back, don't have the mindset, you literally get sick or some shit would happen to you, because you're weak. If you're actually lover of the money, you're weak.
Yeah. It's the same thing as like being in love with like pleasures and not happiness, right? It's like same thing as taking drugs or anything like that. It's just being hedonistic. It's like material things, right? Like yes, we live in a material world, and that's why it's important to accumulate material resources so that we can progress in the material world. But at the end of the day, there's things much bigger than that. You know what I mean? And if you put money on a pedestal, then it becomes your god. And even in the Bible it says if you walk with the world, you can't walk with God. And so yeah, and I always thought like before when I'd see like expensive cars or like things like that, like my dopamine would just spike, right? And I'd be like I was like kind of in love with the money, right? And I was like I get so excited and everything, but then I realized like if I get so excited about just seeing like an expensive car, then what does that mean? That means that subconsciously I'm telling myself that I don't deserve it, that it's above me. You know what I mean? That but
Sorry, I keep playing on.
that
What's wrong?
that like that I don't deserve it. So I'm like from then on I was like okay, like I'm not fazed by it, because then it's like why should I be fazed by it? It's coming to me, right? It's meant for me. Anyways, this is gonna be my life, so I better get used to it. Yeah.
But that's life, you gotta be ready for whatever that's coming to hit you. As once again, quote
The good and the bad.
the good and the bad. Quote Andrew Tate. He said it. Look, there's gonna be a day you're gonna lose your family. You're gonna lose a member of your family, a close friend, anyone. But that day is still not here. Why are you sad? Why are you not
Yeah.
living your life to the fullest?
Yeah, like you'll have your time to be sad.
Exactly. Yeah, your time is gonna come. It's gonna come.
He keeps looking at
Bro, I mostly burst out laughing because of Noor. I don't know, he just keeps laughing, bro.
Look, I'm glad that's why I couldn't sit there. Like I knew By the way, it's
Noor,
crazy
sit over
how-
here. Make him laugh as well.
It's also crazy how he's a millionaire, but he doesn't even want to talk about
Exactly.
it. That's the craziest part.
What are you? Are you close to being a billionaire yet?
I'm close here.
You're very close. Okay.
But I don't talk about it because you know the evil eye.
No, no, no. He's humble. He's humble. That's the thing.
He's very humble.
Very.
But as I said, alright, look, let's continue the podcast. As I said,
Bro, I can't continue with this guy being crazy.
as I said, guys, as I mentioned, look, I'm sorry for the behavior of these people. It's not so professional of us, but I'm sorry from like my apology. But look, the bad days are actually gonna come on you, and it's something that eventually will come on you.
Yeah. No.
I didn't mean it.
Honestly, yeah. Just like how Andrew Tate said.
Hey, and
Man.
big book counter.
Man, why didn't you invite Andrew Tate instead of us?
Bro, he's locked up, homie.
Say, Mabo locked up.
Bro, he's locked up.
No way, get your captions as well.
Huh?
Get your captions.
Oh no, these are like my questions. Oh yeah, no, give me captions, yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Crazy.
No, I'm just playing. It's just my question.
That's crazy.
No, but honestly, subhanAllah, if you've noticed,
Yeah.
Once again, guys. Once again. I'm sorry for everything that's currently happening. It's our first podcast, so you know it happens. But as I said, guys, the bad days are gonna come on you. But anyways, guys,
bro, wait, let
see you
me.
guys on the banana podcast instead of
No, let me
bananas.
finish what I'm saying. Wait.
But wait,
You need to have some self-control.
exactly. That's some weird shit.
Wait.
You sound like Andrew Tate right there, bro.
And I was trying to imitate him.
No. Okay, wait. Keep talking.
Alright, so the bad days are gonna come on you eventually. You have to be ready to get calmed down. I really don't know.
I don't know if I'm gonna put that part in. Alright, okay, let's move on. I got some more questions, alright?
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Alright, what's one thing that you currently admire about yourself? And one thing that you want to change about yourself or improve on? And we'll start with you this time.
Okay, so one thing I want to admire about myself. One thing I would admire about myself, it would definitely be my consistency. Like, when I started daily vlogging, it was around like 9 months ago, and I really thought like I would give up because I've heard a lot of other vloggers that burn out after like a couple of months. I thought that same thing is gonna happen to me because daily vlogging, like vlogging your entire day and then putting the clips into a laptop, editing that, uploading it, doing it every single day, it's pretty hard. So I thought I would give up, but then, alhamdulillah, it's been like 9 months, 8-9 months, something like that. But I'm still going, so I'm proud of that, and I'm not burnt out or anything. So that's something I admire about myself. Something I would improve on myself is what would I improve about myself, bro?
What's something that
No, what's something I'd improve about myself?
bro break it?
Did I
It's
just?
your,
Oh, it's my power bank.
calculator?
Anyway. No, it's my power bank. One thing I would improve about myself is I'm very hard at. I'm. No. I'm very. It's very difficult for me to see opportunities. Like, for example, I go somewhere and there's a lot of famous people around. I'm talking about past me. Right now it's a bit better. I wouldn't take that opportunity to connect with those big people and like eventually build connections. As if I used to just go there and just hang around, like eat the food or whatever, and
Like
then I was
walking past
yeah,
opportunities.
walking past opportunities.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I meant. Yeah. So what about you?
One thing that you admire about yourself.
One thing I admire about myself is that the fact that I have, alhamdulillah, so much control over myself. You know, it's really hard at this stage of life. Everybody has, something that they can't control. For me, I try my best to control myself in the situations that I go through. And honestly, that's something that I admire about myself. Something that I want to improve in myself is that, I want to become better at managing more things, which I almost like.
Multitasking.
Bro, I multitask like 6 things at once.
Mhm.
It's crazy. Loves the move. But I want to become like way more than that. For example, like I have 4 stores in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and USA.
MashaAllah.
And then thank you, bro. And then I have my own, starting a YouTube channel that I have to post daily on TikTok. The TikTok views are pulling up, bro. That's crazy.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. So it's doing pretty good. And then because of the Hellcat, yeah, that was the main reason.
Did you rent it, by the way?
It's filming, yeah? No, we can't talk about it.
Oh, okay. No, he bought it.
Yeah, no, the Tidia is mine at least.
You know
But
the release new Sunny? The Nissan Sunny?
yeah, I actually pre-ordered it.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's like something I would improve on myself is that the fact that I should be better and more of a guy who manages his time and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what my whole goal life would be.
Yeah.
But what about you, bro? Like, what's something that you actually admire about yourself and something that you would actually wanna sort of in your life?
You on purposely kept him hanging over there, bro.
I know what you were doing, bro.
Something which
Yeah,
you would.
one thing I admire about myself is my resilience and my ability to keep my head straight in any situation, right? And not let my emotions take control, or like sometimes, like before when I was younger, I'd be going through like a tough time or something, and when I was going through, I just can't think at all. Like I just like I want to be sad. I just want to, like basically just make excuses and everything. But I realized like the only way you can have control over yourselves if you take accountability for everything. So that's one thing I admire about myself. Everything is my fault. You know what I mean? Like even stuff that people would say like you can't control, but it's like, to me it's like the only way I can control it, even if you say I can't control it, is if I take accountability for it. That's one thing I admire about myself. And one thing I want to change about myself is, sometimes I feel like there's times when I don't do this, but there's also times when I procrastinate a lot.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
same.
I struggle with it.
Yeah, like I struggle with it too sometimes. Like it's like the task that you really, really don't want to do. Like it's not hard for me to get up and start working and doing all this stuff, and like like film a podcast or like do stocks or trading or whatever. It's not hard for me to do this stuff, like to put my mind on it and like not procrastinate. But when it's something that like doesn't give me like a benefit right now, or, like it takes a long time to, like sometimes I procrastinate, like just tidying up my room. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like I procrastinate a lot because it's like tidying up my room isn't gonna make me more money. Like
Exactly.
but it's like man, I gotta do it like for my soul, because like if you walk in your room every time it's all messy and everything, it's like
Honestly, what you said, that everything that happens to you is your fault. This is so true because as you said that, I remember the quote from Andrew Tate when he said,
you gotta be trolling.
no, when he said, he was talking to Piers Morgan on his podcast, and they were playing chess. They were like, if you lose in chess, somewhere during the game, you made a mistake.
Yeah.
That is so true because if you look at life, everything that happens to you, not necessarily everything, but every intentional thing that happens to you, if something goes wrong, it was your mistake. Somewhere during that whole process, you made a mistake, but you just don't know what you made a mistake on.
Not for the people that say it's God's plan.
What?
Like
No,
mistakes.
no. It is God's plan. It is God's plan. But, for example, let me tell you something. I'll give you an example. You're crossing the road. You get hit by a car. Was that your mistake or not?
Yeah.
Because before crossing the road, you could have looked sideways, but you didn't. And that caused you to get hit by the car. But you're right. Everything is God's plan, and everything is,
All right, does having a purpose mean anything to you?
100%.
What does having a purpose mean to you?
Having a purpose in like in so many ways, it means something for me, better myself. For
Mhm.
example, if you're having like a purpose in this life, which is maybe becoming a better Muslim,
Mhm.
becoming a better influencer, or becoming someone that can actually, you know, let me just give a good example. Andrew Tate, yeah, he's like the best example I could give right now. Yeah. So Andrew Tate, he basically was someone who had a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan Tate,
Mhm.
he was someone who had a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
What's his cousin name?
Luke.
Luke Tate. Someone had a purpose. So yeah, if you have a purpose in life, you're gonna get somewhere. I'm sorry for the low energy at the end of the podcast, but we are kind of like
Bro, you sounded like you're about to fall asleep.
yeah, because look, I want the red one, but that's coconut
I'm-
actually
I'm-
got me
Andrew
like,
Tate he has a perp.
yo, not that much, but Andrew Tate basically, you know, he's a role model to all of us,
Yeah.
just like Tristan Tate.
Mm-hmm.
And the craziest part is that if these guys were not here, a lot of teenagers would have been still in a position that they were lost,
Yeah.
you know. So, subhanAllah, it was God sent, and like not everywhere. SubhanAllah, they say some stuff that you cannot agree with, you know.
Yeah.
But in general, him telling you to actually hit the gym, not stay fat,
Focus on your goals.
fix,
Focus on your goals.
focus on your goals, that stuff,
Focus on your goals.
focus on your life.
Well, this guy's trolling.
Focus on your stuff like that. So you have to do that. So I just remembered something like really important, like
Mhm.
in this whole conversation, that Andrew Tate said that if in life a person does not have a purpose, he will never get anywhere in life,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Mind blowing, you know? Because think about someone, a random guy, you know? Let's just say there's a guy named Noor. He has no purpose in life.
By the way, Noor is the person that's right over here sitting outside.
A millionaire. I'm giving like a another version of him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's a millionaire. Another guy, he's not a millionaire.
Almost.
And he doesn't have a purpose.
Nuri.
Noora.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he doesn't have a purpose in life.
Noora, he.
They.
They them, yeah, they them. I think
Oh,
was here with us.
Don't deal with this.
Yeah.
But the
So.
look. Andrew Tate. Bro, I can't get off his sponsor. Tate, anyone who mentions Andrew Tate will get a penalty from now on. Alright?
Say top G. Say top G.
No, not anymore. Like we gotta make it something. from
Mr.
outside.
Producer.
It's way too much. But anyways, in life you gotta have a purpose, as Andrew Tate said. That if you don't,
We gotta give him a penalty. He just said that.
Hey, what's the penalty, bro?
get that first.
Do 10 push-ups right now. No, I'm just joking.
Huh? Are you actually joking or no?
If you want to, you can do it. Yeah. But it won't
You
be.
deserve it, yeah.
Yeah, do it.
I'll actually wake up as well, you know.
Oh wow. How many can you do? I wish you guys could see it, but
That was quick, bro.
oh my god, that was so
It
quick.
actually comes up, you know.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
You got a long hair now as well, mashallah.
Huh?
Yeah, and back to purpose, you know, on a previous podcast, I said once, I said, you know, you don't need a purpose, and like at the end of the day, we're all just animals, and just, you know, I said some stuff like that, but, you know, that was a while back, and since then I've grown a bit, and I realized that that's completely, like, incorrect. And I'm like, you know, purpose is definitely like, it's the most.
Or
I'm not apologizing. I'm just saying how I've grown from
Yeah,
that.
you
Because I'm like,
want
I said that, you know, in a previous podcast,
yeah,
and now my mind has changed since then, and I think purpose is the most important thing, and you don't need to know what your end big whole life purpose is, right? But you know what your purpose is now, and it's like you're gonna have many different purposes throughout your life. It's like at this point in life, your purpose is something. Okay, you wanna become good at fighting or something like that. You know, you wanna build your body. That's your purpose right now. and you should give 100% of your
Exactly.
focus to that, and you should be willing to give up everything in your life for your current purpose.
Mm.
Somewhere online, maybe family will become your purpose, and then somewhere online, something else will become your
Alright,
purpose.
I'm gonna tell you guys something that's gonna make you happy. Alright, I'm gonna tell you guys something that's gonna make you really happy. 10 years from now, we are all grown up. We are all millionaires. We all have a house in front of the pond, like the beach.
sir.
That's what I'm talking about. The house looks so beautiful. It's made literally out of glass. It's shiny. You got your
Close your
porch.
eyes and visualize.
Visualize manifestation like them fat bitches. And
It just starts getting deeper, and then he just cuts the.
hold on. Let me actually restart that shit. So you have like at least millions in your bank account. All right. You already bought the house, the what do you call it, the real estate. Then you're living there. The house is so beautiful, 3 floors made out of glass. You have, mashallah, the prettiest wife, and your life is set. You actually have what a successful person, what he needs. You have your parents beside you, and you made their dreams, come true. They have their own houses, they're very happy with you, and you're invited to a 7-star, not a party, but a gathering, That's all like us 3 millionaires, same mindset people. I'll meet you guys in 10 years, and we are all like so happy. The fact that we actually put in the work, we're traveling the world,
On private jets.
private jet. Bro, tell me if that shit doesn't actually sound like the dream.
It does, honestly, yeah.
I promise you. Think about it like twice of the fact that you're at that state that you don't even like drive the car anymore. You have a driver, and like you have a big ass car that you're just sitting.
Nah, I don't always
like,
want to drive though. I love driving.
Yeah, honestly.
I will not get the fuck.
Nah, bro, I'm trying
No, no, honestly,
Wait,
no, honestly,
which car would you actually like love to drive? Because I'm talking about like a Mercedes Benz that has your whole family and it has a TV and stuff like that. Like that's what I mean. If it's drive,
I want a chauffeur for that. I want to sit in the back.
exactly. If it's drivable, a Rolls Royce,
Rolls
I
Royce.
would, bro. I would drive that shit like on a day and night.
what if it was a limo?
That no,
I'm
that's
not trying to drive with them. Like, what?
exactly.
I'm just in the back having fun, and I'm just here.
Yeah, you're just driving like a.
No.
So that's what I meant, but that's what I visualized. So that's the time you don't have to like drive. Of course, you just gotta enjoy the moment, the family. The fact that you have achieved so much in so many years. You have worked so hard, and it's all those times that you're currently going through. It's all right now. If you don't build it right now, if you're not working as hard as you can right now, you're not gonna see that life. You're not gonna be in the party that, the
But
big
on-
guys are gonna be.
But honestly, one important factor to become successful is being grateful for what you have right now, for everything. Even though I'm not talking about like other people, I'm talking about myself as well. Like every small thing that happens to each and every one of us, every single human, we immediately tend to become ungrateful, especially when we have way too much of something, or if we have like a little bit of problems going on, we tend to become ungrateful. We forget about the good things that God has blessed us with, And this is another thing that is, I had it in my Instagram bio as well, that there's a verse from the Quran that says, if you are grateful, I will increase you. By increase, I mean, God means, Allah means in favor. Yeah, anything that you want. If you are grateful, I will increase you. So that's an important factor to becoming successful.
SubhanAllah, 100%. Because look, if you're not actually grateful for what you have, you'll never be grateful for what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Because life is a circle. You might have the life that I just talked about. You having the palm house, the nicest house, and wife, and dad, mom, all of that stuff. But you still wouldn't have the true happiness within yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not someone who cannot actually feel happy throughout the journey, throughout everything. Because in that time, when you have all of those things, you'd want to hear like, oh, why does he have a private jet and I don't have it? Or even if it's something more than that, like why does he have a 4-story house and I have a 2-story house? You gotta be happy with whatever you have.
I think that the happiness comes before the success, right? Because just the money alone won't make you happy, right? Like no matter physical materials alone is gonna make you happy. It's your mindset, the character you build before all that comes to fruition. That's what really matters the most at the end of the day. And it's not like, bro, it's not right now if someone gave you $1 million, you'd feel good for a little bit, or like you might even feel like a bit ashamed for taking it, but it wouldn't make you happy, right?
Yeah.
But what would make you happy is like when you're putting work in and you see progress, right? If you're staying still, then even if you're putting work, yeah, you won't be happy. But if you're putting in the work and you see the progress, you're gonna be happy.
100%.
Honestly, yeah.
And even if you're not there yet, like if you started with 50 dirhams and now you have 100, you're gonna be happy because you made progress.
100%.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
All right. Last thoughts before we wrap up the podcast, and also one last question for you, for all the people trying to get into e-commerce. What's your best advice for someone trying to get into e-commerce, and also you can plug your course for.
Alright, look, for anyone who has watched the podcast until now, I actually appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a bit of laughs and those moments. I hope you guys enjoyed every moment of the podcast, and that's how you should treat life. You shouldn't be always serious, you shouldn't be always focused. You should be, but at the same time enjoy what life has to offer for you, because these are the moments that we are actually keep as a memory. For those who are actually in school, who are actually not doing really good at it, remember, 10 years from now, you're not going to remember how much you got in maths in the second semester or third semester. It's not something that you're going to care about. All you're going to care about is the memories that you built with friends, your family, and those are the most important things that you have to actually have, a track of. So, for anyone who's actually wants to start up, who actually wants to live the life that they're actually dreaming of, even if it's not e-commerce, dropshipping, start somewhere. You don't have to be lazy. You don't have to be, in a position that you're still. You don't have to make excuses for yourself all day and night. You're not supposed to be that guy that literally wakes up at 6 a.m., reaches the work at 9, starts working until 5, 6 p.m., and then gets back home at like 9 p.m. again because, Sharjah traffic and Dubai traffic. So you're not supposed to be that person, You're supposed to be the person that actually takes private jets going to work, going to a meeting, You gotta have that mindset. Because look, I'm gonna tell you guys this, like on an honest note, if I did it, bro, I was someone who didn't have shit, who didn't be, I almost didn't even believe in myself that I would have achieved success, I would have achieved success. If I'm someone who achieved it, if Imran is someone who never thought about achieving things in his life, like playing games and stuff like that, never think about the possibilities that he have, if my boy Rohan was never thinking of starting a podcast, and like the fact that 1 year from now, where he's gonna be, only God knows. If he wasn't having a mindset like that, he would have never got to where he will be in the next 1 year. So I'm gonna tell you guys, look, think big, think the fact that there's nothing impossible. God has a plan for you, but you gotta work hard and prove it that you actually are someone who deserves it. Because look, God gives you something, what I've noticed, subhanAllah, God gives it to everyone in different ways, The two ways that I see it is, subhanAllah, either the God is testing you, or he thinks or he knows, subhanAllah, that you deserve it, So if you actually have something, if you actually have put in the work and stuff like that, and you actually feel like you deserve it, congratulations. For someone who's just getting it and it comes from the air, do not lose the opportunity. Think about thanking God for everything that he has given you, for the opportunities. Think about compounding it, getting more by working hard more and more. So that's what I want to say, guys. Now, if you want to start e-commerce and dropshipping, everybody knows about Hustlers.com. It's blown up in the whole UAE, alhamdulillah. And it's something that's going to be long term. It's going to be something that's going to be with me for the next 10 years, if I could, And as soon as I get into any business venture, I'm going to make sure I sort of let everyone know that I'm into this business, and I'm going to help those people out. I had an old course 2 months ago. Same thing, Hustlers.com. We posted the first course for dropshipping, and 2 months or 3 months later, now we have a second course that everyone got the free access to, the people who has paid for the first course. And the reason why we did that is because the first day I promised this, that anyone who joins Hustlers.com, until the day it's something like a monthly subscription, they're all gonna get the access to every other course that I ever upload completely for free. So if you actually want to start your journey, there's 13-year-olds that are actually making money, 15, 20-year-olds. So if you actually want to look into someone that actually does dropshipping here in Dubai, has the experience for it and all of that stuff, then I'm the guy for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, let's hear it from Savage.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you coming. Anything you want to say before?
Everything that I wanted to say, he pretty much said it. So yeah, that's pretty much
Sums
it.
up?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Alright, see you guys later.